I am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, welcome back, everyone. I am the Dungeon Master, and this is Doomsday Aftermath. Tonight, we are rejoining the heroes after many crazy events have transpired from uh, Wayne and Viv going out on dates with some of the most notorious villains in the world to Lex Luthor, the leader of the Justice League, as a recap reminder for anyone and information for anyone new who's joining us. Lex Luthor using the super suit that he uses. Yeah, yeah. The Penguin definitely. I just meant here in Gotham, but yeah. And so Lex using the super suit was able to like take control of the Justice League during a time where there were no Supermen, and then brought back not just one but two different Supermen. There's various other Supermen flying around, but that's kind of not important right at this second because Lex Luthor, the leader of the Justice League, threatened to disband the Justice League Gotham because he has basically had enough of Wayne's little subversive, things. Wayne is trying to be a hero, and although that's good for Wayne, Lex is a different kind of hero. Let's put it that way. And so he views Wayne, Great King Rat, as a threat. He has knowledge, he has infiltration. He could do things, say things, knows things that are best kept, you know, between Great King Rat and Baldy. And so, he wanted to try to get rid of you, discredit you, and you were able to stop that from happening, but now you know that he is very much, looking to um, end your game early, and so as a result, um, you guys are, on thin ice, and you guys have not left just yet. You are in your space suits going to space, and that is pretty much where we pick up, with you guys having a chance to do whatever you want to do before you head to space, and then rocket blast off.
None I can think of.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know, then Wayne, Tremor, you guys got anything that you need to do before you blast off to Uranus?
Just shoring up Justice League Gotham side. Maybe trying to talk Viv into giving somebody a key so that they can all fucking flee somewhere if Superman busts through the ceiling.
That let's see. The answer to that is I have on record how fast a Superman-like entity can move. I wouldn't really trust non-speedsters with that key.
I mean, that's fair. Are you going to be around the base?
You can always get in touch with me if you need to.
It's just, we are kind of in red alert right now, given everything that's happening. I wouldn't put it over Lex to drop a bomb on this place and convince people it's a fucking gas leak.
All right, I'll hang out. I suppose if I have to be evacuated with a spatula, you'll know what happened.
All right. Killer Moth has the evac plans. Go tell them if they're shitty, I guess.
All right.
We'll be back as soon as we can.
Good luck ad Victorium.
I mean, it's apparently the worst thing that can happen in space is you get hit by some sort of very small particle and it just blows right through you. So I think we're both fine, actually.
Oh, it wouldn't go through you. Its entire mass will be converted into plasma, which disintegrates you.
I gotta say, that would be the 6th time that's happened to me. I once got caught in the fucking the big guy's eyelids.
Ooh.
It was those giant robots people sometimes field.
Oh yes, I'm very familiar.
Those Voltron guys?
No. Toyman had a robot that was about the size of, I don't know, like a 6 or 7-story building.
Oh yeah.
And because it's funny, I was inside of it, trapped on a hamster wheel. I'll give credit. That's funny. I put the rat on a fucking wheel.
Oh, absolutely.
Lol.
And Superman cut the thing in half, and I was in there, and he just, like, from the fucking hip bone to the shoulder blade, completely just cooked and then exploded and then burnt away. Horrible pain.
Right.
Well, time to go to space.
Yeah, good luck with that. I'm gonna fucking close the call.
Trevor only got one side of that. What's Trevor think of the side that he got of that conversation?
I was zoning out a little bit, I'll be honest.
Oh, Wayne just described in graphic detail the time he was cut in half by fucking Superman's eye lasers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You ready
Space
to go to
time.
space?
Yeah.
Space.
Space time.
Space-time continuum. All right. So you guys board, or wait, you don't have to use your Justice League jet to reach outer space. What is
Wayne
the?
is
Yeah.
fucking Clinton. I think Deep Night's coming, but it's just I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Tremor. Wayne is just fucking on his chest like a Deep Night clinging to his back.
Baby Bjorn.
Yeah. Or is it a double baby Bjorn situation?
Yeah.
God damn it. Oh, it's far worse for Deep Night.
Oh, for sure, because like he's a full-grown Atlantean, so at least you are like a little more comfortable, whereas he is like an adult in one of those hard plastic swings, for kids, where it's like this is just uncomfortable and a little embarrassing.
Hey, you did a magic thing so that you guys wouldn't like die in space, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Oh, yeah.
Even had Viv check it. It looks like it's not going to turn inside out and implode into something terrible. But hey, you never know.
You do never know.
The actual spell DM, in case you want to do something with it, is
Sure.
it's a fucking shield with a small gap to a place of pure fresh air, either like a pseudo like plane of air, or just somewhere on Earth with nice air.
Yeah. And also you were able to get where you can toggle sound on or off for any bubble.
Hell yeah! And then something to keep Deep Knight from freezing to death.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing, but you don't have to worry too much because he does have the Justice League official spacesuit, on. So he does have protection,
Oh
uh,
my god!
but like because
Uh,
because
it's
there's
over his armor,
what's that?
isn't it? Is it over his armor?
Yes, and it is very much like a beekeeper suit over like a full suit of plate mail armor. Like you can, it's ridiculous. And
He's got to look like inflated sumos.
yeah, yeah, one of those inflated sumos, but like mostly deflated and over a suit of armor. Yeah, it's just it's so ridiculous looking. It's not even funny.
Hey God, I gotta imagine, especially because it's like more armor on top of armor, because EVA suits are designed to resist micrometeorite impacts, so it's also armor.
Yeah, and but because none of the spacesuits helmets are equipped with oxygen tanks that can last long enough, whereas you are magically able to teleport fresh air in with your thing. All of you have your heads fully exposed and not in like the space helmets. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say fully. You know what I mean. You have your bubble around your heads rather than the space helmets.
Yeah.
And then what method do you use for getting where you're going?
Tremor's got Space Flight 1, I think.
Ah, okay. So how fast can you move? Because that's going to determine how long it takes to reach where you're going.
Travis? Oh no.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, Travis.
I don't know why. Ah. Anyway, I'm pulling up the chart that lets me compare.
Yeah, and there's intermittent teleportations in there just to keep us at max speed and also avoiding things in the moment so that Tremor can just absolutely barrel at his max speed with no fear.
Sure.
Because unlike a real spaceship, Trevor doesn't have like a fucking navigation station to keep him from slamming into an asteroid.
He does not.
So I can go 125,000 miles an hour.
Okay. Uh,
Feast.
That's burning.
let me just figure this out real quick.
That's like 6 weeks.
Yeah. Okay, so 1.7, we'll call it 1.8 billion miles. So 1800 000. Okay, and then divided by, what did you say, 125?
125,000, yeah.
Yep. It will take you 14,400 hours, or otherwise known as 600 days, otherwise known as 20 months roughly, or almost 2 years.
All right, doing big magic. I think when 6 hours pass and we've passed Mars, it might be time to do some big magic.
Yeah, at first Wayne's just,
Hello?
hello.
Hello.
Hi. So the space movement ability specifically says that in the vacuum of space you move at the speed of light.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Space travel, you can travel faster than the speed of light through the vacuum of space, but not in a planetary atmosphere.
Ah.
Specifically written to keep fucking Superman from slamming into somebody at the speed of light.
Right.
Yeah, and also to not make space travel take a
2 years.
billion years
Yeah.
because space is very big.
I'm still gonna roll to give Tremor some haste or something. Don't fuck up.
Well, as soon as
That-
as soon as he breaks free of the atmosphere, you guys are like there within what would it be? An hour?
Still several hours.
Is it several hours? I don't know about that.
how far are you fucking going?
1.8 billion miles.
So you're going. Wait, aren't you going like what was it like Uranus or something?
Yes, they are going to Uranus.
That should not take that fucking long. Or maybe it does. Maybe my internal clock of this.
Depends on if you're playing hard to get.
Earth is close, and it takes like 6 minutes for light to travel there.
Yeah, I mean, in lieu of like actually looking it up, I'll just acquiesce that it could be anywhere from like, you know, a few more minutes than it takes to get to Earth up to several hours, but
It, it,
definitely not more than that.
Two
it,
and a
it
half hours.
yeah, just ah,
Okay, so at the speed
But
of light, apparently, to get to Mars, it would take at the shortest possible amount of time 3 minutes and 3.11 minutes. At the longest, 22 minutes.
I just looked it up. It's 2 hours, 38 minutes, and 36 seconds for light to travel from the sun to Uranus. So about 2.5 hours from Earth to Uranus.
yeah.
And what exactly figure is this that I'm reading quoting?
I don't think a 27 is enough to make something going the speed of light go any faster without hurting somebody.
Uh right. So basically, with you nailed it. He's already traveling the speed of light.
Yeah, can I shift that into a shield in case we slam into something too fast to see?
Hello. Hello. Yeah, but at the end of the day, moving at the speed of light, you're going to obliterate whatever you run into more than it's going to pose any threat to you.
I mean, yeah, but like if it hits deep night, it's like tomato and like fucking throwing a rotten tomato at a wedding cake. They're both gonna be pretty fucked up.
Probably. So, yeah, but I definitely am allowing it. I just wanted to make it clear that like you guys are moving so fast that like whatever you touch probably evaporates. But yeah.
We're in space, deep night.
I can say that.
That was out of character just to let you know what was up, but
Yeah. Space time.
Indeed.
we're going to Uranus.
All right. So as you guys begin to slow down, the multi-colored lights of faster or speed of light travel, slows and begins to coalesce into the actual shapes of the stars and planets and asteroid belts and everything else that make up our solar system and our galaxy. And um, as you come almost to a stop, especially compared to how fast you were just moving, you can see the giant blue ball of Uranus staring at you like a cold, dark eye. Uh, its ring that, unlike any other of the planets that you guys, can see, and I mean, much clearer that you can see them now, you know, stands on its side, and it has, I do believe, dozens. Oh, no, Jupiter has more, but like still, Uranus has like a lot of moons, and so you can see these small spherical objects circling the giant blue planet as you approach, and uh, you can already see the multicolored rainbow lights of the lantern core as they are nestled on uh, one of the moons of Uranus, and they have created a sort of palace, like if you're familiar with history and all of that. There was a palace created for the treaty signing between England and France. I believe it was called like the Palace of Illusion or something like that, because it was like a really temporary construction, but it was really fancy. It was meant for 2 kings and their whole courts and shit. So um, they've done something like that where they have like a total palace construct made of all the different colors except certain ones are not here. Orange is not here, and red is not here. Um, and of course, uh, black. And because you guys don't even know that it's a thing that exists, white. So uh, the rest would be, the green, obviously, yellow, um, sapphire, blue, indigo, and am I missing one?
The sapphire is part of violet.
Yeah, the sapphire violet ones. Yep. So and then indigo, got that. Blue, red, and black are not here. And orange is not here. So yeah, I think that's all of them. If I missed one, apologies to that Lantern Corps. Obviously, did not mean to disrespect them. Their color is just as important as the rest, just not as memorable. So anyway, um, that is what you see is a palace made up of all of those colors. You know.
And Deep Knight sort of looks at it and says, "Well, that certainly is impressive."
Very. Let's go knock on the front door.
Come and knock on our door.
Knock, knock.
We'll be waiting for you. Where the lantern rings are hers and his. You can be a
I'm
part
there.
of the Lantern Corps too.
God damn it. That was better than it had any right to be.
So, you guys descend to the planet, and I assume Tremor releases you from your baby Bjorns, and you're able to walk around freely.
Yep.
Deep Night,
Yeah?
how's the lack of gravity treating you? Or not the lack, but,
Well, to be fair, Deep Knight sort of like tests the gravity a bit, says, it doesn't feel like swimming per se, but it's something like looser.
You want I should help you with that?
Well, I don't imagine it would possibly bother you if I were to ask that.
I'm gonna fire a beam at Deep Knight's feet that makes his boots very, very heavy.
Oh, there you go. You're no longer bouncing like you're on a trampoline. Uh, Also, I thought you were firing the clothes beam at him.
I could fire the take his clothes away beam.
Close
That would be
beam.
bad.
That's easy. I can't remember what he fucking says.
That's easily my most metro attack.
See, I don't know why he doesn't use that in combat more. Could you imagine how fucked up you'd be if you had different clothes on?
Well, plus he can make weighted clothes, so like, why not just like put everybody in a bunch of weighted clothes? Boom! Instant power level decrease.
Even for a second, just like blasting Cell and putting him in a fucking gi. That a quarter of a second.
Oh, nudity makes you stronger on this planet. All right. So,
I knew that hair was compensating for something.
dangly bits. So, anyway, you guys go and knock on the door, unless you do anything else beforehand.
Nah, I just wanted to make sure Deep Night was in ship shape.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Well, I mean, not as not as much like a ship, more like a Atlantean, but still,
It was a water pun. Come on.
it was a good one. So you guys go up to the door. Now, bear in mind, of course, this is a multi-light construct, so it kind of like shimmers and ripples with all the different colors that it's combined with. And you go up to knock on it, and suddenly it like transforms from just the regular door into one of those like Wizard of Oz doors where like thing slides open and there's uh
A fella.
hold on, I have to see what I have in store for various minions here. I know I got somebody good, but I just wanna like see who is.
The Green Lantern squirrel.
Oh, that is a good one, but I don't have that one. Damn it. That would be the perfect one for this right now. Oh no. Uh here we go. Here's the one. A Oh, that's right. The Red Lanterns aren't here. Never mind. Okay.
Why can't they be? They're sentient. They understand the universal threats.
Yeah, but they're angry. They're just so angry. Like they don't wanna deal with the other lanterns just yet. That's something that you guys might have to you know
Oh,
discuss.
they're fucking stewing in silence somewhere in the solar system, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
So, a giant gorilla clad in yellow lantern armor opens the door and says, "What do you puny humans want?"
Is it Grodd?
You know it, baby.
Grodd! My guy! How you doing?
Oh, Wayne! Oh, what? How? What? What are? Get in here! And he opens the door and slams it before any of your friends can come in.
Hey! Excuse me, I am not a mortal. I am Atlantean.
The little ass Deep Night, hey!
Deep Night, of the three of us, you're very much mortal.
I'm not a human. I'm an Atlantean. There's different biology.
Different biology, still same mortality.
Yes, I didn't mean to say mortal. I meant to say I'm not a human.
Sure.
Sorry,
Sinestro picked
it
you
was
up
my
back on Earth?
grandiose.
You're on
My
the other
grand-
side. You're on the other side of the door. He can't hear you anymore.
How you doing, big guy?
Oh, I am, doing really well. Check out this ring. It allows me to use my superior intellect to do everything that I ever dreamed of, and here. And he just like makes a whole bunch of stuff. He shows you a perpetual motion machine, and like all of that.
During that moment, Deep Knight's trying to find another way in. So, like, trying to find a window or.
Yeah, it's a solid light construct, so like there's not really another way in, but you do like go around and around the building, like looking every which way for cracks and crevices and openings, but there's really not. And finally, you like come to the back where there's like a terrace, And if you want, you can go ahead and climb the terrace fencing like Romeo, and just climb up to the balcony and see if you can get in that way.
I shall do that. That will be dexterity.
No, you can just do that. But okay, so back to Gorilla Grodd. So he shows you, his ring and all of that.
Yeah.
So
I knew Sinestro had good taste. I mean, geez. I couldn't, like, your short list of 3 people on the planet who make the best fear-based lantern.
oh, I use my superior intellect to instill the most fear. Like, for instance, I know that you're afraid of this, and he shows you fucking an image of Wildcat, like coming straight at you.
Yeah. See, it's a fear, and also it's like I don't want to get into it. Although I will say, you should have hit me with the cheetah. Cheetah's always scarier to me.
I didn't want to make you crap your pants.
That's fine. I'm a wizard now. I could take care of that.
You're a wizard.
Yeah, I'll cast a spell.
Wow.
I'll make an illusory double of fucking Gorilla Grodd that mirrors his movements.
All of a sudden, he gets really angry and starts pounding his chest. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh.
And all this
Mouth.
time, Deep Knight's just climbing it, just saying to himself,
The fucking very, very distant Shadow of the Colossus theme as Deep Knight climbs the terrace.
yeah, I wonder what Tremor's doing.
Oh, yeah, as soon as he starts pounding his chest, the fucking thing dissolves into sand. But also, hey, could you let my buddies in? One of them is a little too fragile for space travel, if you know what I mean.
Oh, sorry about that. I saw another male gorilla, and my instincts took over.
You're fine. I made the illusion. I just wanted to show you I could do,
Yeah.
fun magic.
No, it was a good trick. All right. I opened the door.
Tremor,
Tremor!
give him a second.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
I come in through the door.
And he looks around. Where'd your other friend go?
Oh.
Oh, that's the fragile one too.
I think
all right.
you lost him.
No, give me a second. I'm gonna fucking scry for Deep Knight.
You see Deep Knight right as he is climbing over the balcony railing and immediately being hit with a dozen or more multicolored lantern rings from all of the various lantern minions who were not needed in the lantern leadership lounge, and were instead on the minion mezzanine, and they were all just kind of hanging out there, and then they see somebody like trying to break into their, space interplanetary palace, and they're just like, oh yeah, bing,
And Deep Knight looks to the sort of incoming cluster and says to himself, "Oh, coral bits," and he's just blasted as he just falls back down.
Yeah. Well, no, you don't fall. They capture you.
He's captured by the I think the small fries.
Yeah, just all the various, minions. I mean, not all of them, obviously, but like a dozen or more. So, the point is that even if Deep Knight could resist, escape, whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4, however many of them. Like, there's just too many, and eventually they get to him and capture
He's in
him.
fucking time jail. He's done. Like nobody can resist that. That's like that's 36 of the greatest weapon in the universe.
Right, plus all the different colored ones. So, like, even if you could, say, like, oh, well, I have more of this, or I'm not afraid of that, or whatever, there's just too many different things hitting you.
It's a sensory load
Yeah.
of lantern rings.
Absolutely, exactly what's going on. And so, the panel, it's probably like the center panel. It just shows all the different lanterns, and they're all blasting you, and you're like getting, knocked back, but also captured, and they now have you. And so, Gorilla Grodd, all of a sudden there's an alarm going off, and he's like, "I think that's your friend."
Yeah, is there like a password or something I should know?
Oh yeah, the password, it's a phrase.
All right.
Taste the rainbow.
All right. I'm gonna teleport over there and just like Christ pose, let them all grab me.
Yeah, I mean they do.
Yeah. Taste the rainbow.
Well, what did you just say?
Oh, son of a bitch, Grodd!
You just hear
Give me
the deepest laugh as he comes floating in, and he says, "It's okay, guys. It's okay. I will vouch for this one," and they release you.
And I will vouch for that one. Deep Night. Deep Night, did you climb a terrace?
We caught this one breaking in. Like, we better ask.
I'm sorry! You closed the door on me!
Yeah, he is with me. He wants to be included in things.
Oh, look, I mean, I only have so much authority. I'm Sinestro's new, like, #1 guy here, but, like, that's all I am. That makes me, like, #1 of the #3 Lantern Corps.
Wait, who's the #2 Lantern Corps?
And I'm sorry, I meant #2 of the #3 Lantern Corps. Well, obviously we all know, the Greens think that they're the top shit and they have the most members and blah blah blah, jerkas. And then I would say that the next most powerful Lantern Corps is the Red. I mean, I've dealt with them. They are a handful.
Yeah, we had to deal with one back on Earth. I managed to knock her out, and then she just bled everywhere, and I had to fucking, like a fox in a bear trap, gnaw my own arm off to keep myself from being dissolved.
Oh, you got some of that on you, did you? Yeah, I've seen some horrific things go down with some of these Lantern recruits.
Deep Night, sort of like as he's being lifted down, being released, he
You're not
says,
being released.
You're still in you're still in the chamber.
Yeah, but sort of like Deep Night says, yes, currently the Queen of Atlantis is a red lantern. And Deep Night sort of looks around in sort of confusion and says, I don't see a lot of red.
Oh, yeah, they didn't get the invite.
Oh, I bet they're going to be mad about that.
Why exactly didn't you give them the invite?
Well, first of all, they are to suck. They got anger issues. And I don't know if you know this, but having things that spew molten blood around is not, like, good for your insurance rates.
Grodd, you understand that the nature of the lives we lead means that we are going to have to go talk to these people immediately on the back foot because you did not invite them to your fucking lantern party.
Hey, I wasn't in charge of the invites here.
I know. By the way, I don't want to say it. I didn't want to say it, but I have to say it just because of all the times you've mind controlled me with a fucking circlet.
Ah, good times.
Sinestro offered me that position first.
What? That's impossible.
On
Grodd is superior to you.
our dates.
What? I mean,
Deep
I'm not
Knights are a
jealous
little-
of that. I just didn't know. That's just shock.
Deep Knight just
Drinking
looks
Rex
it
is
over and
grinning.
says, "Indeed, I'm surprised that he got a date with Sinestro as well. Though,
I mean,
Yeah,
Well-
Sinestro could definitely do better, as he did with his choice of lieutenants.
oh yeah, no, for sure. I turned the ring down because I don't. I mean, you know what I'm doing now. You've heard.
Running some street food carts is what I heard.
Oh, and the fucking Gotham Justice League.
You're a member of the Justice. Oh wait, I just realized that you're wearing the suits. So, yeah. No, I knew that. As soon as you landed, I could see your Justice League suits. I already deduced that with my superior intelligence.
Deep Knights are like looks over the grill god Grodd and says, "Well, you'll be happy to know that it's under the the authority of a certain accomplice of yours."
What?
I was referring to the fact that it was under Lex Luthor, and I believe Gorilla Grodd has worked with Lex Luthor before.
Yes, but like they actually are like more rivals because Grodd considers himself intellectually superior to like every human.
And you know what? He's probably right. If you measure it in fucking raw IQ.
Ah. So
I don't
Deep
think a
Knights
smarter
are-
human will be born until like Brainiac 5.
So Deep Knight sort of like scratches the back of his head, which is still covered by his helmet, and says, "So, I imagine we should meet the current leaders that are here."
Wayne is, by the way, casual. Well, Deep Knight's being fucking spun like he's about to be sent into space, just rotating in the fucking air.
Yeah, and they say, "Oh, you'll meet the leaders. You're about to like be turned over to them."
I mean, that's. Can we come with? I do want to vouch for him. He's not like. What? We are from Earth. We just wanted to check in.
Earth, you say?
Alright.
Oh, maybe
Yeah,
I'll
it's-
stop by there on my way home for some milk and eggs and then blow it the fuck up.
Look, I know it's presumptuous. Also, good reference. I don't want to completely skip over it. And I know it's because you got your own self-contained thing, but also it is our planet where we live. We just kind of want to at least hear what's being discussed about it.
Well, that's not for me to decide. You know, I'm back to talking again because the Green Lantern #2 is not here right now, and you know, so I'm pretty much the top silverback gorilla in the room. Which reminds me, you ever hear the joke? What does gorilla with an IQ of over 250 do?
Anything it wants.
Yeah, that's a smart rat right there. And so with that, they take you and they Deep Night, because there's a few people who are a little less prone to trust you and all of that in amongst the group. They put you in a Hannibal Lecter style mask to prevent you from talking, and straight jacket dolly.
Can I whisper to whoever's like doing the light construct?
Yeah.
Fishful. Fish bag, like a bag from a pet store for fish.
Oh, they love it. And yeah, so instead of being in the Hannibal Lecter dolly straitjacket being wheeled through, instead you're just in a giant bag of water, because like
Quote
they
unquote.
can pretty much create anything. So they create light water, and you're just kind of like splashing around inside there. You can obviously
And
breathe.
Deep
You're
Knight
fine.
just sort of just floating there, just sort of upset at the fact that they did this, and sort of like thinking to himself, I know it was Great King Rat who did this. I just know it.
Trying to take a picture with your phone.
And Deep Knight also says, this is an insult. This is an insult to Atlantean culture.
Oh, big time. You guys don't like fish being kept as pets like that to begin with.
I mean, I feel like there's a nuanced take on the fish thing. Like, I, in character and out of character, completely agree with the Atlantean plight. There's a fucking continent-sized garbage patch and shit. But also, on the flip side of that, there's thousands of species of fish that are kept alive only in captivity by fucking aquarium breeders.
It's true.
And if the fucking current leaders of Atlantis weren't indisposed,
Deep
we would
Knight
love that conversation.
sort of like looks to the lantern that is currently keeping the construct of the bag up. And who is it?
It's one of the indigo lanterns. Nobody, like
Yeah,
that
important. I know,
that
but
you would know, like from Earth or anything like that. They're just completely, alien.
Deep Knight sort of looks to him and says, "Is it true that you were once a criminal?"
What?
What?
No.
Sorry, just I. Sorry, that was out of character. I thought the Indigo were sort of like these sort of folks who were playing repenting for something. I'm sorry, just
Do I have the indigo lanterns confused with someone else?
all the indigo lanterns are fucking mind controlled.
Yeah.
They've been forced into it by having everything but their compassion wiped away by the main indigo lantern.
and most of them are and most of them are criminals.
Were they?
Like, they were shitty
Yeah.
people, but do they even remember that?
No, like that they are like wiped. So yeah, even if they were, which like you're probably right. But even if they were, like, they don't know it, so.
Also, Deep Knight, what a fucked up way to start a conversation.
Sorry, I just remember you talking about that with the indigo lanterns, and that sort of just came to mind.
Like, hello, Jean Valjean. How are you doing? I heard you used to be a criminal. Like, what? You belong in that bag.
Sorry if I'm insensitive.
I'm sorry about him.
Oh, hey, don't apologize to me. We're gonna find out what the leaders have to say, and then, so now you guys make it before the leadership, and oh look, it's Sinestro, and
Little word for Sinestro. Very small way. Sinestro.
Yeah, he tries really hard to like maintain his air of like supremacy and authority, but you see him like catch you out of the corner of his eye, and like a little twitch of his mustache reveals his like lip trying to keep himself from smiling a little.
Wayne's gonna take a bow, just a little curtsy. Hello, and I'm sorry.
And so, you see Sinestro seated at the head of the table, and all around him you see the leaders of the other lanterns who are here. And right now, the leader of the Green Lanterns is um, a guy that went MIA. He's wearing the gold lantern ring. His blonde, bowl cut, shaved sides of his head give him away even faster than that dumbass jacket he's always wearing.
Is it fucking Booster Gold?
It's Guy Gardner.
Oh.
and Guy.
And Deep Nightser sees this and says, "Is that you, Guy Gardner?"
Well, you're still inside the bag, so like.
Yes, but he's sort of muffled. But
Yeah.
he's sort of muffled.
Only Wayne can hear him, and it's like, who's Guy Gardner?
Guy Gardner was the Green Lantern who used to beat the ever-living crap out of you, just like so bad. Like, he had no sympathy or mercy for you whatsoever, and took pleasure in like setting mousetrap like constructs and everything for you anytime he could.
But Deep Night remembers him for being the sort of like flamboyant Green Lantern.
Flamboyant.
Oh, I remember you.
Is he flamboyant? Is that like how
I mean,
you see him? I see him as more like the prototypical late 80s, early 90s Michael Jackson
He's
bad
flamboyant.
video.
He's flamboyant in a jock manner.
Yeah.
flamboyant compared to any of the other ones.
Okay, fair. A lot of the other ones are very serious, and he is very less so. There's definitely that. So yeah, but either way, he is seated to the right of Sinestro, and then I forget who all the leaders of the other ones are, but they're all there.
Let me double check that, just to be sure.
The Indigo is some lady with a staff. I don't remember the blue. Blue kind of looks like a fucking cow, though, if I'm not mistaken. The fucking leader of the Star Sapphires is somebody that used to date Guy Gardner, so that's fun.
Really?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Also, fun fact, the leader of the Indigo Lantern Corps is literally named Indigo.
Oh, there you go.
And she's the only one without a ring. She's got like the staff, which is also the power source for the Indigos.
Yeah, I remember that. She's got that staff with the star at the top.
But yeah, hello, and sorry to intrude.
Wayne, yes. Welcome to our Lantern G7 meeting, L7 meeting here. Please, would you join us at the table as the leader of the Justice League? I do believe that they should be present for this. And he just kind of looks at everybody like daring them to have, a negative word to say about it. And Guy Gardner looks like he's about to say something, and Sinestro like gives him the meanest mad dog stare that you've ever seen in your life, and Guy Gardner thinks better of of what he was about to say, and
Hey, no, it's okay. It's a big change. I mean, you used to snap my back, kick me through walls. And you cut off all my fingers once.
And the name of the Blue Lantern leader is Saint Walker.
oh yeah, that weird guy with the big long thing coming off the back of his head, yeah. And Guy Gardner, see, you can tell. Well, actually, roll for insight.
I'm not great at insight. Let's see.
Can I roll insight?
You can, but you're in the bag, so you're not going to be able to do much with it. But you can definitely roll it so that you know what's going on for now. And of course, Tremor can too.
8.
All right, so Deep Night, you can tell that there's some kind of dynamic going on between Sinestro and Guy Gardner. Tremor, you know instantly what this is. You've seen it before with Lex Luthor and others. Sinestro has given Guy Gardner the leadership of the Green Lantern Corps, you know, because with Hal Jordan and John Stewart.
Yeah, it's his name. It's got the same name as the guy.
Yeah, I that's why like it didn't sound right for a second, but I was like, no, I'm pretty sure that's it. So with Hal Jordan and John Stewart MIA, there was a vacuum in the Green Lantern leadership, and although Sinestro would have loved nothing more most of the time, but to like use that as an opportunity to take them down from within, or take them down while they were struggling within, with the rest of everything going on with the rest of everything going on with the lanterns and all of that, he decided that it was better to have the Green Lanterns have a leader, especially one that like he could control as like a vassal king, puppet king. And Guy Gardner had been kicked out of the Green Lanterns for some time, but Sinestro managed to help him forge the gold Green Lantern ring, and so now with Sinestro's help and the backing of the Yellow Lantern Corps, Guy Gardner has wrested control of the Green Lantern Corps, but he knows that, like, you know, he got that from Sinestro, and Sinestro could like do a lot to weaken his position yet and everything, so he's not going to challenge him. And that's exactly what you see like instantaneously, because you've seen it a million times with Lex already.
And Deep Night sort of like sees this and sort of sighs.
Okay, well let's let Tremor react, since you're in the bag and Tremor actually, you know, saw everything. You only knew that there was something going on. Tremor's the one who knows exactly what's going on.
Yes, but he sort of sighs and thinks to
But
himself,
you've been interrupting a lot already, so let's let Tremor go.
I'm sorry.
Your sound went out again if you're trying to talk, by the way.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I basically just. I was going to text Wayne to let him know, but then I realized he doesn't have his glasses on him, so I'm just gonna lean over and just kind of give him that quick rundown.
Wayne is grinning like that fucking cat in the picture where somebody's holding a knife to it. You know the image.
Oh, absolutely.
Just. It's only when Guy Gardner's looking, but it is the smuggest face a creature.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Now, what does Deep Night react? Now, remember, you only know that there is something going on between Guy Gardner and Sinestro. You don't know like all the details like what I just described.
I know, but he sort of looks at them and thinks to himself, there's certainly something fishy going on with that.
Good one.
Damn it. God damn it. You belong in hell.
I like it.
I like it too, but also it's fun.
It's a good one. All right.
Hey, you don't hear Wayne making fucking rat puns. That'd be too cheesy.
All right. Uh, oh man, loving this. All right. You guys, are all here, and then Sinestro is like, Wayne, why is your minion in a fish bag?
Because so Grodd opened the door for me, not for them. He looked for an alternative point of entry and climbed a terrace to get up onto the fucking mezzanine.
I see.
He's just got bad social skills. Like, don't keep him in a bag. He's not a harm to nobody.
Well, first he takes his yellow ring and creates a scissors and cuts the bag open at the bottom, and everything just like spills out onto the floor.
And Deep Night just sort of comes clattering down.
Yeah, you hit the ground with a loud like clang thud, and he says, "So, is what they say true? You tried to break into my palace?"
Deep Night sort of like looks up and says, look, I was trying to find an entrance in, but I was trying to get in because I didn't want to be left out, because the last time I was left out, the Queen of Atlantis was banished.
So confession is an interesting defense strategy. I will grant you that. I also I like that your defense amounted to, yes, I was trying to break in, but in my defense, I wanted to get in.
That's a wonder.
Yeah.
But he said, you make a mezzanine for a landing to a people who can fly. But no, the honesty suits you, Deep Night.
It does, and it is going to come down to a roll, because right now, of the 5 lanterns available, 2 are very much against you for 2 very different reasons, and 2 are just like the good guys who like, do the right thing and like know Atlanteans as like mostly good, I mean, like they like Aquaman, so
Which two?
uh well, I was gonna say
Violet and blue?
uh no, actually. Oh yeah.
Well,
Violet. Yeah, I you call it Violet. I for me it's always the Sapphire, but like
well,
whatever.
the Star Sapphires are a subset of the Violet Lantern. It's like a separate ring and everything.
Oh, really? I thought it
Yeah,
was just the Violet ring.
No, it's also the old name they used when they were evil.
Oh, I got what. Yeah, yeah. It's part of that new 52 shit, isn't it? Like that's
Yeah, sort of. But like they were controlled at some point by a baleful gemstone named the Star Sapphire that convinced them that the best way to preserve love in the universe is to find planets full of love and then fucking encase them in crystal.
mm, yeah. Yes, it is the blue who is the super, nice. It's hope. It's literal hope. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Star Sapphire, violet one.
Carol Ferris.
What's that?
Her name is Carol Ferris.
Ah, Carol Ferris. Thank you. Violet, you're turning violet, Violet. She is very much into love and therefore wants to give you the benefit of the doubt. However, uh, Guy Gardner just like hates Wayne so much that he's willing to take it out on you. And damn it, what was the other one?
The Indigo Lantern, Indigo.
Ah, yeah, Indigo. And Indigo votes against you because they're just like logically thinking about it and like you just confessed to like trying to break into their thing. So like, yeah, like, that's not good. So one of them hates you, well, hates Wayne so much that it transfers to you via the transitive properties of hate. And the other one is just like, well, he just confessed to the crime, so guilty.
Can
And
I roll to help out with Sinestro?
that's you already know where this is going. So
Yeah.
so the tiebreaker is Sinestro. And Sinestro is not some like bleeding heart here. He's not just going to just be like, oh, well, I'll just let this guy break into my palace and that's all good. But at the same time, maybe there is something that Wayne could do. And so why don't you go ahead and roll to see if you can influence Sinestro's opinion and mood on this.
You mean roll my persuasion?
Yes, sir. But because you already had a really good encounter with Sinestro, I'm going to give you a circumstance bonus of +2 to the roll.
Okay. And for the help out, you have to beat a DC 10? Or is it a higher DC for this?
To help out with what?
With Deep, didn't I have to actually roll the persuasion check, or do
Oh
I
no!
just...
Oh no! Yeah. So Deep
Alright.
Knight already like did his RP moment of like, oh my god, I thought that was gonna be a 20.
No.
Deep
5 though.
It is still a 25. Deep Knight did his which is funny enough, the DC that I set it at, not knowing that you had a plus fucking 23. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm very good at it.
Apparently.
I'm a sociology major.
Yeah, I assumed you had like 12, 13 somewhere so I set it at 25 thinking that would be a good thing. Anyway, Deep Knight already did his thing to try and convince them, and it managed to get half of them to you know um
Alright. Look, I understand the lack of trust here. Like, by all means, hands behind his back, light chains, whatever. He is a member of my Justice League, and he has as much of a right as I do to know what's going on. I mean, he's also the representative of the second biggest civilization on the planet Earth. Like, Atlantis needs to know too, and he's going to be a lot better at telling them than I will.
I will accept your deal, and suddenly yellow shackles and a shackle chair spring up, and Deep Knight is put in the corner, not facing the corner, just the chair is over in the corner and you're shackled to it, and he says, "You sit still over there, and I will release you when it's time for everybody to leave."
Oh, so I can't contribute anything, I assume.
You're welcome.
I didn't gag you.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. Apologies. Thank you for allowing me to be here. I'll try to be on my best behavior.
Yeah, I mean, we're like letting you keep your head and everything.
And
Come
Deep
on,
Knight
don't-
appreciates it very much.
That was out of character, very out of character.
That's pretty in character for Sinestro.
Yeah, I suppose it would be, but remember, he is trying to turn over a little bit of a new leaf himself. So
Yeah, he's doing good. So, do you guys need the Earth perspective on what's been happening, or do you already know?
yeah, well, as you know, Wayne, and he makes a point of calling you Wayne. Um, I have taken Earth under my wing, and you can see Guy Gardner like bristle, like his shoulders get all tense, and so I have been very aware of what is going on there.
So you
We
know
got a
about.
second.
I'm sorry, I
Yeah,
didn't mean to interrupt.
you're fine.
So Deep Knight sort of speaks up and says, "So you know that a majority of the previous Justice League have been turned into black ring lanterns."
The uh, um, Guy Gardner looks at you and he's like, "Hey, you shut your mouth! What do you think we're having this meeting about? We've been here fighting against the Black Lanterns. You Atlanteans, you don't know nothing about nothing, and like
Oh, I
also
certainly know something about something, Guy Gardner.
Guy, we ain't got rings. We don't have rings. We don't got nothing. We managed to kill 2 of them.
what? They're already dead.
Kill forever. Like, they don't come back.
You lie.
I do not lie.
We indeed managed to put them at peace.
I wouldn't call what I did to King Shark peace, but yeah.
Guy Gardner gets so upset that like he slams the table.
Want to share with the class, Guy?
You guys like can tell there's like Guy seems like off. I mean, he's always been a bit of a dick, but you know, to be insulting to the Atlanteans and everything. I mean, this was a former Justice League Green Lantern, like but he doesn't say anything, no.
Yeah, we managed to. I managed. Well, One of those should come with a caveat. I knew him. I knew he was an edge case as far as morality goes. And I explained to him I just put him at peace by explaining some stuff about what happens after you die on Earth.
Hmm.
The other one was massive damage. I had his head in my hands and I just filled it full of white fire.
I see. Well, aren't you just so fucking great?
Yeah, you need to take 5 or something, man. You good?
You know, I do know some breathing techniques that could help with the.
All of a sudden, a fist just like flies into your face and like punches you like a green glowing fist that flies across the room.
Whoa, hey.
Ow!
Let's not hit the guy whose arms are behind his back, guy.
And another one flies at you, but like you're fast and not held down, so. It misses you, in other words.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a more insulting look, but now Wayne is looking at him like something's wrong.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The way you look at like when they put up street lights on a road that didn't used to have them, but they've probably been there for a couple of months, but you've just now fully processed that they're there.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
And then that look goes from him to Sinestro for just a second, just to gauge. You know, Wayne's willing to have it waved off if Sinestro is like,
Oh,
it's whatever.
Yeah, Sinestro like stands up from the table and he's like, "That is enough." And then it is at that moment that Guy Gardner shouts back at Sinestro that no, I've had enough of you. And he rips that dumb jacket that he's always wearing open that has the Green Lantern symbol on the front of it, and like it's like a leather jacket with a popped collar. You guys know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And he rips that open, and as he's ripping it open, you can see red, fiery energy coming from his mouth and eyes. You can see a red, glowing symbol beneath his Green Lantern jacket. And you guys can see the image now, yes?
Yeah.
You watch
Uh-oh.
as a red lantern ring that was previously hidden reveals itself, and now he has the golden Green Lantern ring and a red lantern ring, and that is where we cut to what Viv is doing.
Oh, fucking really? Ugh.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay. I wasn't ready to be put on the spot.
Sorry, that's the cliffhanger for these guys. The Guy Gardner revealing himself as a Red Lantern and all of that. Like we're gonna find out like what this means, and like they're at the palace with like all the other lanterns. Like what is going on? And you know it's a big thing. But like basically, Viv has like her own uh number issue 0 or like special issue number 1, like that is only going to be a small run or whatever of like her own little side comic for this. So
Okay, that's
It's like-
very interesting. Ba-dum. Ba-dum.
so what is Viv up to? You've been at the base and like everything seems to be, pretty quiet, pretty calm.
Yeah. Also, I have to say, earlier when it was say it would take 2 hours to get to Neptune, I was not fucking Neptune, Uranus. I was completely fucking flummoxed, and I redid the math 4 times, and then realized, oh fucking wait, I'm working with the distance to Mars. I'm like, I'm a fucking idiot. Anyway, okay, so I guess the thing I've been doing is at the base monitoring things to make sure nothing funny happens while we're away, and implementing that new repulsor shield into the base to like send the next thing that comes crashing bouncing.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, you're at the base with Kite Man and Killer Moth and King Kraken and various other assorted minions. So there is definitely some shenanigans going on with Wayne and Tremor both being gone because Wayne is definitely the boss as he is the leader of Justice League Gotham, and Tremor is very much like the enforcer. Someone who knows how to crack a skull or two if people start getting out of hand. And so with both of them gone, I'm not saying Kite Man is trying to um, throw another epic party like what he did, but he's definitely, you know, pulling some pranks or, you know, rookie hazing or, some kind of shenanigans, funny business is going on. But that's just your inner Justice League, you know, situations. The streets of Gotham are relatively peaceful and quiet. I mean, of course, there's police activity, but the supervillains seem to all be taking a holiday.
That is actually interesting. Well, what an unusual fucking occurrence of events. I wonder if it's the calm before the storm. That's worth investigating.
Yeah, you can roll for your investigation in order to try and gather information and find out, oh yeah, you go talk to a few thugs, a couple gangsters, the occasional ne'er-do-well, and you know using various techniques because each one of them requires a different touch. You've got the ones who, maybe they need to be paid a little and they'll tell you some information. You got the ones that, if you're nice to them, they might give you some information. And of course, there's always the ones where if you threaten to drop them off of a 10-story building, they'll tell you what you want to know. Batman
That works.
style.
That works on a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, just saying, like, there's only a certain number of people that force you to take it to that level.
Yeah.
you know,
It's like called the nuclear option.
yeah. I mean, of course, if you just start with that with everyone, like, they'll all tell you what you want to know, but, then you're just Batman.
I'm not Batman, as it happens. I know how to talk to a person. That and I've never had my parents killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so true.
Fucking goddamn.
They secretly want their partners to, put on a cloak and leather gloves and just pound on them.
Fucking
So
goddamn.
so anyway, Viv, you managed to talk to these thugs, and eventually one of them confesses to you that all right, look, I'll tell you, I've been in contact, I've been contacted by some of the old crew, and apparently there's some kind of thing going down, and it's gonna be happening, the 27th at this location, and he's like, are you writing this down?
I'm recording it.
Yeah, I didn't give you consent to be recording me.
Well, it will never feature in a publicly provided media format, so it doesn't really matter what you consent to.
I don't know if I can keep telling you anything. This is my life we're talking about here, lady.
Well, I mean, the fact that you didn't consent also means it can't be submitted to a court as evidence.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you can't go showing, some of the mob bosses, or they can't get their hands on it, and now all of a sudden I'm marked as a narc.
How should I say this? Buddy, you're well below my concern. Just tell me the information I want to know, or I'll show you what that significant means in exploration.
Yeah, and so then he gives you the info. Whose TV or whatever is on in the background?
Oh, that's little. She uses Spotify to play like quiet, like how should I say, just like ambience music. But she refuses to get premium, so every like 5 minutes it'll play a loud ass fucking ad.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear any of the music, so you're right. It is quiet.
Yes, very quiet.
Anyway, yeah, no problem. I just, was getting a little noise in the background. I always say something. So, you get the information. He tells you, where this event is supposed to be going down, and he says, "But listen, I wasn't gonna go anyway, so don't be pounding on me."
Right. Let me just drop you off. I have to laugh at that fucking phrasing. Anyway, I'll put the snotter back.
Right? He's like baiting her. Now you know that some villain, somebody, is putting together a crew for a mission on the 27th, which is like a week or whatever, little over a week. So you have some time, but that means that whatever is going on, it's so big that like all of the various criminal elements are not currently criminal elementing.
Oh, you know what this means? It's time to fucking call the penguin.
Oh no.
What? I am sorry. Have you interpreted this course of action as a bad thing?
No. It's just moving their fucking pseudo relationship forward, getting closer and closer to the nexus point of Viv technically being Wayne's stepmother.
I am sorry. Do you dread such an event? Do you not want to have your SO for the rest of eternity also be your stepmom?
I mean, yes.
That's
Good
exactly what
answer.
I'm saying. Yeah.
Good answer. Let's see if that pans out.
So, yeah, you ring, and the penguin's ringtone has been changed to like some really like sappy, not like love song, but like something like romantic,
Okay.
and as it rings, like you hear like uh Bruno Mars or whatever playing, and you just know instantly like that's your ringtone, and it picks up like almost right away. Ah, what, my dear? Oh, it's so lovely to hear from you.
Yes, it is indeed. Ah, right. Well, I wanted to call because I've been looking around into some things, and I thought perchance you might know a little bit about something as just something I'm interested in. Things are awfully quiet right now. You know anything happening about the thing that's happening at place and such and such?
Yeah, I may have heard a few things. I gotta tell you, my dear, I would just steer clear of this one.
Hmm. Well, if that's advice from you, I suppose I could take it. I do have important things to be doing. Hmm. Is this going to blow up in Gotham's face?
Not in mine. That's why I have this underground lair.
Hmm. Hmm. I see. Well, I guess I'm just not feeling an insistent mood right now.
I
Hmm.
tell you, maybe if you don't get involved in that, maybe we can, you know, schedule something. You can come hang out in my bunker that day.
Ah. You know, when you phrase it like that, it starts to make me awfully curious.
Yeah, we can Netflix and bunker.
I'm just saying, don't stay up there. Come stay in my bunker. It makes me really interested in what's going to fall from the sky.
I guess, you know, I can tell you this much. Our old friend, you know, the juice freak, he is no longer uh, where he's supposed to be.
Wait, who's the juice freak?
I
Bane.
believe that is Bane.
Bang! Bang. That's a big name. Okay, so something is happening with Bang. Alright, I do need to remember one thing. I'm not a cowboy. I mean, so long as I know something's going down and I keep tabs on it, it really isn't that big a deal. Okay.
I tell you, I've only talked to people who have seen him, but they say he's on some new juice that has him just more roided out and angry than ever.
Oops. Sorry. Um, More right out. Let's see. That does sound interesting. Well, as it happens, I'm not really a fan of getting, what should I say? Oh my god, I'm seeing that. When I say SO, I meant superior officer.
Sure.
Fucking.
Fucking X to doubt.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I can see that interpretation now. I meant fucking superior officer. Fucking damn it.
You've destroyed yourself.
Now that I realize how you interpreted that statement, that's a really embarrassing fucking interpretation.
Maybe you shouldn't use military language in your civilian life.
Yeah.
Fucking freak.
Shush.
Am I coming through?
Yes, sir.
Shush.
Alright.
I can't help it. Like, I know I talk to a lot of people who are either in corrections or the military. My mom's a correctional officer. When I said SO, what?
Hold on 1 second. What's that, Tremor?
I was just asking if I was coming through because I went and manually reset my mic. So hopefully the issue with everything that's been happening stops.
That would be great. And yes, you are coming through just fine.
Alright. Time to check in like 5 minutes.
All right. Okay. And then yes, SO does mean a couple of things, but also Wayne is your boss.
No, I mean after he dies. In Viv's hierarchy, Wayne will become under Viv.
Oh no.
I feel like we need to work on wording.
You know exactly what I meant. I'm talking about the power structure.
That doesn't make the innuendo any better. Worse?
You know what?
Better?
You all can shush.
Does not diminish.
I am not doing the phrasing game right now. You know exactly what I meant. If you want to think dirty thoughts, you can shut up. Anyway.
Know what you meant with SO. And I got very concerned, and it was very funny.
You fuckers. Anyway. Well, in light of recent events and my now vastly increased laziness, I'm just going to be like, yep, sure, Penguin, I'm going to hang out with you. I don't want to bother getting involved in all that junk.
Oh, don't blow off the Penguin. He's going to feel bad.
I'm not blowing off the Penguin. I'm saying I want to hang out with the Penguin so I don't have to get stuck in the dangerous thing.
Yeah, we're going to Netflix and bunker. It's going to be great.
Yeah. Now I'm fidgeting with my fan. Anyway. So. Yep, I'm going to move forward with that, I guess. Let me try and think. Is there anything I'm going to do ahead of time? Fuck me. Now I feel like I gotta do something. I just wish I could do some espionage somehow.
With who?
Huh?
Like, on who? What do you want to espionage?
The thingy that's going to be happening at the place.
Well, that's a ways off yet. So, like, that won't happen until, like, next session, no matter what, because the guys have to have their chance to resolve what's going on, because they're not so far away, given how fast they can travel. Like, they'll probably be back before this event goes down.
You're right. Anyway. Yeah, so that's that. I guess I will, wrap up that conversation and end my phone call.
Yeah, well, call me anytime, my dear, and I assume you've been getting my packages? They arrive like every day, sometimes multiple ones.
Oh, yes, I have been. They've been very thoughtful. Thank you, dear.
Yes, well, that one penguin carved of pure ivory cost me several $100,000 and was very hard to get. 3 people died.
You didn't take the ivory from something that's going to miss it, did you?
I would never, take the ivory myself. I merely paid the people who did. But it turns out that poachers are not very good people, and they killed several of my minions. It went down very ugly. It was kind of like that scene from Lord of War where his brother blew up part of the
Well, the Penguin just
ammo.
mentioned the Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah.
The Penguin just mentioned the Nicolas Cage movie. It's time for me to hang myself.
I love Con Air.
So, yeah, and he just tells you the whole story about how much trouble he had to go through to get you that pure ivory penguin that you have. It's basically like a life-size. Oh damn it, I forget their name. The little penguin with the big yellow eyebrows. They're actually quite fierce.
Macaroni.
Is that it? Yeah.
Wait, I thought emperors also had the big yellow eyebrows.
No.
I know my more.
Damn, I'm wrong. Anyway, so after wrapping that up, I'm just going to make another call.
You're gonna make another call.
Yes.
Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters.
I'm gonna call the interdimensional construction department and be like, hey, I need another vault room added to my complex.
I'm sorry. I totally had them confused. You are right. The macaroni penguins are the ones with the yellow eyebrows, but I simply confused the macaroni with the Adeli.
Oh, the Adeli Penguin's very good.
Yeah. So he sends you a carved Adeli penguin.
Nah. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah. Continue.
So I'm just getting another room requisitioned for my interdimensional home where I can stuff all this garbage the penguin's sending me. It's like I'm going to hang on to it for at least the rest of his lifespan. But if he's going to send me this much stuff, I need a place to put it.
Yeah.
But after I do that, that is the thing that I have done. I am also kind of planning things in my head, but brain things. I'm trying to have a thought here, and I'm failing. Can I cap my actions off with the special deterministic one?
What do you mean?
I mean, can I tap out? I'm having a really hard time thinking now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was actually gonna jump back to everybody and just get some final reactions from them anyway. So it works out fine. Yeah.
Viv is going to return fully to their home plane for a while to work on some projects that will probably be relevant by the time of start of next session.
What a weird way of wording that. I'm gonna go do some stuff that'll probably be relevant.
If not, Viv will return in a number of, I don't know, a few minutes. Time's going and all that.
Yeah. No worries. All right. So yeah. You guys, despite that being the cliffhanger, so we're not doing actions right here, but it is possible to do some RP, some purely role playing stuff, as well as general reactions to Guy Gardner, the Red Lantern.
I didn't want to bring it up during the meeting, but as soon as I heard you didn't bring the anger lanterns to the big important meeting, I kind of knew they'd be mad about it.
Well, what would you expect from a lantern corpse that is always angry?
I mean, not violence. Violence all the time.
Yes. Well, Wayne, you are correct that perhaps not inviting them was not the best course of action. You must understand, though, that I erred on the side of not wanting their anger to cloud the judgment of the rest of the lanterns as we prepare to battle the blacks.
Phrasing.
Deep Knight, sort of sitting in his chair, sort of coughs and such, says, "Well, I'm literally been reduced to a punching bag." As Deep Knight
Here, let me free you before this battle begins, since you've already been punched in the face once by this guy, and it looks like he's got another red ring going, so I imagine he's gonna try punching you some more.
Yeah. I think my inner nose has been cracked a bit.
Atlanteans have inner noses?
Sorry, I mean my sinuses.
Ah, yes.
I always call them inner noses because they are inside the nose and they are part of the nose.
You're not
probably-
wrong. The inside part of the ear is called an inner ear. I mean, you're not wrong. It's just a weird way of putting it.
They probably have something in their necks that they can smell with via their gills.
And Date Night sort of looks and sort of like also looks, says, also, weren't there a mention of an orange? Or is
I like that this, like, the fucking lore conversation is happening in the background. Tremor and Wayne are like, fucking starting the fight.
Oh yeah. You and Guy Gardner are way into it. And Sinestro looks over at you and says, "Snacks were laid out in the lobby." Also, I've never seen anyone like so desperate for citrus, like other than scurvy-ridden pirates.
Lantern color. On the lantern color.
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, good luck getting through to that one.
I have a thing planned.
I would love to hear it. Maybe when I'm not dodging so many Red Lantern Gatling gun bullets. Oh wait, here, I'll just put up a shield for us. Ah, there we go. Okay. Now what were you saying?
Greed doesn't extend only to. He says there's just the one, and he's like covetous of the power source and everything, right?
Yeah, he tells you all about Larfleeze, yeah.
Greed doesn't extend solely to, keeping the singular object. There's also the greed for things like glory. And here, at the edge of the end of all things, where better to find bragging rights to last until the end of time? To be both the richest and most beloved,
Yeah. I guess I'm not sure what you're saying out of character. So what?
Oh, out of character, Wayne's gonna. That's the exact line Wayne's gonna try to use to convince the little freak to come.
Oh, you're trying to get Larfleeze there. Ah, yes. So go ahead and make a Rick roll and see If he is indeed hearing you and able to
A what roll?
a rickroll.
It's like what?
Yeah, it's a dumb joke. Yeah, make a persuasion check.
All right. Of course he's listening. One of these guys is probably one of his fucking constructs in disguise. 32.
Yeah. So nope, he's listening himself with a giant orange lantern ring power listening device that like he's hidden on the other side of Uranus, but like listening to everything because he's too greedy and selfish to like allow them to like talk about his stuff or taking his stuff without like knowing about it. So he's been listening the whole time.
And Deep Knight, sir, sir,
What's he think?
notice that seeing the whole orange
Oh, he's
listening
not.
device.
He's not there. No, you guys can't see it. I'm just.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you guys the image that is shown in the comic panel for the audience.
Oh, understood.
I figure we need all hands for this, you know?
We did invite him. But
I mean, yeah, but like if you're gonna work around them, it would have been like, can we come to where you are so you can do the thing and be the guy? And it's I understand dealing with that kind of person.
if we give him the power, then nothing will get done.
Absolutely. Why do you think I'm here instead of Lex?
Wayne, he puts his hand on your shoulder. I've been in contact with Lex. We're gonna need his help.
Oh, obviously, but he's a very, very bad negotiator.
His superiority complex is his greatest weakness.
He just keeps trying to fucking put his nuts on the table. He won't, like, you know, admit that everyone involved in a fucking conversation is a sentient person, you know?
Yeah, he really truly does not listen to anyone else around him, does he?
No, he tried to have me, like, arrested hours ago.
In fairness, you probably should have been arrested years ago.
I've been arrested many times. But now I'm not doing arrest-worthy stuff. I'm, you know, uh, I, I love the earth and I love all its people and all that shit. You know, I got soft.
By the way, Tremor, now with Great King Rat and Sinestro behind his shield talking, like, it's literally you and a bunch of mooks against, like, one of the most powerful lantern rings, plus then also a red lantern ring, like, ever.
It's just him getting the shit kicked out of him and Wayne fucking breaking off that healing spell over and over again.
Yeah, you're like, oh, sorry, Sinestro, 1 second, then, like, heal him back up.
And Deep Knight is just trying to avoid being punched again because he does not enjoy those kinds of punches.
Yeah. You only like Hawaiian punches. Alright, so, Tremor, as you're, doing all this combating and everything, and you see everybody else doing that, do you say anything, do anything?
Hey guys, this sucks.
What? Have you been saying stuff?
Oh. Wait, did the "Hey guys, this sucks" come through?
Yes?
Oh, yeah,
No.
I thought you were talking about your fucking mic.
No, that was in character.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, let me. Wayne's gonna fucking jazz hands to the fucking and summon 8 to 10 illusory Waynes to give Tremor some breathing room while the Red Lantern boy rips and tears.
I thought you were just cheerleading for him, like you just start doing jazz hands, like, go Trevor!
I didn't know what to call the fucking gesticulating you have to do the hand components of a big spell.
Somatic components.
Just wildly gesticulating a guy and surrounding him with a durable, not durable as in like they'll take hits, but durable as in they will return, like dissolve into fog and come back. Chorus of mocking Waynes.
10 mocking Waynes.
Yes.
And Tremor doing all the fighting.
3 Atlanteans dying too.
Alright, yeah, so, you guys are, very much engaged in all of this, but of course, we're gonna do the actual combat next session, so, we're not gonna get into rolling or anything here. But I'm loving all of this role play, and if anybody else would like to, chime in and do some RP, either between each other or with any of the NPCs, or whatever you guys want. I'm totally like down to keep this fucking train rolling. Otherwise, we've pretty much accomplished what there is to accomplish. So, if everybody's good, we can end, but not trying to get to that either, so.
I gotta fuck that. I'm gonna shoot my shot here real quick. And just shout across the room. This is the loudest noise in the room where fucking Tremor is being punched, and guy is, I assume, screaming at the top of his lungs in absolute rage at the spell that's been cast on him. Like, the maddest a person has been other than the fucking kill. I can't remember his name. The big guy. The leader of the Red Line.
Atrocious.
Atrocious, yeah. The maddest a person has been other than atrocious all the time.
I thought it was Atrocitus.
Oh, yeah, I might be pronouncing it wrong. But, yeah, that guy. What is the spell again? I'm sorry, did I not hear it correctly?
It is a circle of durable, not as in they can't be destroyed, but as in they will come back. A circle of mocking, dancing Waynes that just spirals
right.
around.
Yes. He is so mad. I got confused because you said the spell he cast on him, so I was like, wait, what spell has been cast on guy? But yeah, I got you.
Shouting across the room to D-Net, what's the name of the Star Sapphire?
Carol Fanning.
Yeah.
Ferris. Carol Ferris, right?
Carol Ferris.
Yep.
Hey.
Hello.
You got an extra violet ring I can borrow?
Yes. And she just like conjures one out of her staff.
All right. It's your ruling, but if one of them works on him, it's going to be that one.
You think?
And his entire life's been turned around by the fact that he has like a genuine it's cheesy. Like, it's actually cheesy. Don't get me wrong, but like his entire life's been turned around by the fact that he has genuine bonds with people now.
You know,
He loves his friends. He loves the earth. He loves being like needed by people.
I'm actually good with that. If that's what you want, and you say that your character feels that way, then we had already covered that some of the rings had rejected you before and all of that. So like, if this is the one that and then you turned down a ring that you could have had, and so
Yeah.
if this is the one, then it flies over to you and instantly, like, um your outfit changes, and I don't want to overstep. So if I'm way off base on this one, you let me know. But what I am picturing in my head is that because of the nature of the violet rings and the star sapphires, and if you've obviously seen a bunch of them, I picture you transforming not unlike Sailor Moon as bands of purple star sapphire light wrap around you and create a new outfit out of this solid light for you that is not completely like feminine. That's not how I'm trying to describe it, but definitely has the aspects of like big thigh high sparkly boots and the leotard, in the pink violet, but all disco sparkles with big shoulder disco pads, and maybe even a little cape, like just a little one though, like half a cape.
Oh, I was thinking fucking feathers almost.
Sure, sure. We
Like a bit of the plumage, like fucking Elton John.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, and they even like glitter and like give off little like sparkles as it like falls off of it like glitter.
And then Wayne's going to just look at himself a little, just a once over, and then crack his knuckles and beam a warning shot off of like whatever guy is doing right now, and just scream, "Hey, guy! I'm gonna love what happens next."
Oh, you're making me so angry.
And Deep Knight, seeing this and looks to either Indigo or Saint, says, "I don't suppose either of you have a ring that would have a ring on hand."
Uh, each of us has a ring on our hand.
I mean a spare one. One.
Sorry.
God damn it!
I'm so sorry. Like, that one was just too easy.
It was,
So
and it shows the way that fucking Saint Walker talks.
right. So here's the deal. You know, I kind of had an idea of like how this would work. Um, but it didn't involve giving you a ring just this moment. But since you're asking, Saint Walker says, "Well, no, I can't do it now. This was gonna happen afterwards because
Yeah,
you're the most hopeful character, like player, character, etc. You always, are just like perpetually like optimistic about your chances of everything, you know, some may say foolishly so at times. That's not really a judgment or anything like that. It's
I think I would imagine like he wouldn't it would be he's currently having difficulty trying to call up one because of Guy Gardner's current situation.
Yeah, I'd say it had more to do with him needing to like judge you and see who you are,
Yeah,
and then he'll choose you. But like
yeah, yeah.
now
Deep,
you're making me give away like future plot lines and everything, which is something that I hate to do. So
yeah, I don't mean to do that.
I
It's
know
like,
it's just if I would have just said no right away, like you know, I didn't want to come across like I was giving something to one player and not giving it to another. It was just for you. I wanted you to show him how hopeful you could be, and then he was gonna be
I
like,
understand.
I know. I'm just making it clear that like there was a difference in how you guys were gonna get him, but you guys were all. The whole point is to get all of you a ring at some point.
Understood. So Deep Night sort of like, um, sort of seeing that this sort of thing is happening, says, I suppose this means I have to overwhelm this fella.
Or he will overwhelm you. Either way, get to punching.
Indeed. Deep Knight prepares his sword.
Hey, that's not punching.
Well, it's certainly a lot more effective.
Yeah, I'd say so. So you guys are all, witnessing all of this. You see Wayne transformed into uh, Lil Nas X, and Viv is off on her plane, going insane. Tremor's still doing most of the fighting, and Deep Knight pulls his sword and yells Leroy Jenkins as we draw to a close for this session, this issue of Doomsday Aftermath. I really want to thank you guys for playing, and thank anyone who's watching this insanity. And as always, everyone,
Good
gaming.
gaming.